Nick, you were longing for Florida. Are you? It looks like the weather is going to be pretty decent. Are you anxious just to see what this offense can do, in better conditions?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to get down there and just go out there, play the game, and hopefully have a good outcome with this team. I think we're, you know, trying to get better every day.
How do you Baker? How do you resist the temptation not to try to carry the team when you've got so many guys? You don't have Miles, you don't have Denzel. It could be the offense could be tempted to try to do it. Do it all.
Well, it takes everybody, us, offense, defense, and special teams. It's no matter who's out, we have guys who are ready to step up to the plate and be big for us. So we have a next gut mentality. Everybody knows that if one guy goes down, we all come back harder. So that's our mentality.
Is it going to be weird to be tackled by Joe Schobert?
Man, it'll be fun. I look forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marla. Daryl Ryder has our next question.
Hey, Nick, the resiliency of this team, wanted to ask you about that. You guys have faced so many challenges today. In fact, having the schedule disrupted by COVID once again. Where's that resiliency come from?
It's just 2020. That's all it is. Since the beginning of this year, everybody been resilient. We had to make time during OTAs on virtual on Zoom. Had to be flexible. We could have been called in any time to have practice or meetings. So I think it's just a part of us this year.
And then offensively, finding ways to win games. You guys have been real good at it this year, just doing whatever it takes to win, whether it's running or passing. Do you feel like this deep into the season now, you guys have established the identity that you would like to have going forward for the rest of the year?
Well, I'm not sure yet. I think we still have ways to go. We can do a lot of things better. And as far as our identity, I think we want to be more balanced. Be able to do anything, everything we can, pass and run the ball. It doesn't matter. We want to be able to do everything. So I think until we get to that point, we're going to keep working.
Thanks.
Thank you, Daryl. Jeff Shadell, you're up next.
Hey, two questions for you, Nick. How strange was today, given you facility closed in the beginning, then offense, defense? And secondly, how fresh do you feel with 6 games to go?
Yeah, it was odd today, but that's what we're used to this year. It's been going on for the whole year, having to make time to come in later or having to change the practice schedule up. But I think we're all used to it, and we understand what's going on. It can't be controlled. And yeah, I feel good. Six games to go, and my body feels great now. I'm ready to keep it going.
Thank you, Jeff. Nate Ulrich, you're up next.
Hey, Nick, when you're talking about being flexible and it's 2020 and you guys are rolling with it, how important has Kevin Stefanski been in setting the tone for that mentality?
Yeah, he's been great. I mean, we all look to him in these times, and he's steady-handed, and it seems like he's not really worried about everything. He knows we're going to get our work in. He knows it's going to be okay. So we're all following him.
Thanks, Nate. To Scott Petrick.
Hey, Nick. Coach Stefanski and then Baker both mentioned after the game the adjustments that were made to the running game. What do you think the biggest adjustments made Sunday to kind of get the running game going in the fourth quarter were?
I think we just executed better. I think all of us made our mind up that we're not going to be stopping something that we, believe is our bread and butter this offense. So I think it was more of a mindset thing and a pride thing for us to go out there and run the ball better.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Mary Kay Cabot, you have our next question.
Yeah, Nick, 2 things real quick. First of all, when you have a stiff arm like you did in that moment there, do you even kind of realize what happens in the moment, or do you go back and watch it on film later and sort of get an appreciation for a play like that?
Yeah, it just happened. I had no idea it even happened. I didn't try to do it. It just happened. I don't even realize until after the game.
So it's just an instinctual, and then what goes through your mind then, when you see that, because that stiff arm has been shown just, all over the place since the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's really nothing to me, honestly.
Okay. And then also, is there something to be said for the way that you and Kareem are being used, whereas, you're both, you're not really being used at the same time. You can go over to the sidelines, catch your breath, and then come out and maybe have fresh legs to be able to run 54 yards.
Yeah, I mean, it's great being able to just play with him and mix it up. I can, go in anytime. He can go in anytime. We can, just always switch it out and not lose anything.
And let me just try to clear something up real super quick. On that last drive, on that goal line sequence there from the 1 when you were not on the field, on the broadcast, they mentioned that you lost a contact and that you were at some point in the first half in the medical tent. Did that have anything to do with why you weren't on the field at that particular moment?
My contacts came out. That's it.
So that was not why you were not on the field then? Or it was why you were not on the field at that point?
No, I just wasn't on the field.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary Kay. Next up is Jake Trotter.
Yeah, Nick, you were just talking about, two backs. You've been in some, really good two-back pairings, college and pro. It's not the first time that, Cleveland is known for, having two running backs, Ernest Biner, Kevin Mack, for example. Are you aware of any, the history with that with Cleveland at all? And then, do you feel, fresher sharing the workload, or are you the type of guy that gets stronger the more carries you get? Or is it a combination of both where, you are fresh, but you do get stronger as the game goes along, having a guy like Kareem at your side?
Yeah, I know a little bit about Kevin and Ernest. About that, I've met Kevin a couple times. He was around here, I think, last 2 years or something. And I see Ernest on Twitter sometimes. But yeah, I mean, I've heard about them. I think it's best for us to kind of follow in those footsteps and keep the dynamic duo running back thing going here in Cleveland. And I feel great no matter what. The game goes on, fourth quarter, I still feel good as I felt in the first quarter. I think that's one of the biggest things why we had so much success in the fourth quarter, because the O-line and the running backs, and we keep going. We're in good shape. We're very physical, and we're gonna keep going no matter what. So I think that's the biggest thing.
What is it about Kareem that it looks like you complement each other so well? I mean, I thought that last drive is a great example. You have the 54-yard run. He finishes off with the hurdle touchdown. What is it about you two guys specifically where it just seems like you feed off one another and really stress out a defense because of the things you can do?
Yeah, I mean, Kareem's an amazing player. I mean, things like that play he makes those plays all the time, and I just, it kind of boosts me up. I saw him jump. I wanted to try to jump too. So, I mean, it's just feed off each other.
Thank you, Jake. Steve Dorshak, you have our next question.
Nick, Coach Stefanski has had to do a lot of adjusting this year with you out and Hopper out and OBJ out at various times, and then he's had to adjust to wind and rain. But my question is, how good does he seem to be at adjusting to quick change situations as they come up? How good is he as an adjuster and as a play caller?
Yeah, I mean, he's really good as an adjuster. We all had to adjust this year, and he's doing a great job leading us in the right direction. And I mean, he's a great play caller. I mean, what he says he's going to call, he calls. He doesn't get his mind somewhere else. He stays on the play sheet.
Thank you, Steve. Scott Petrick, you're up.
Hey, Nick, back to Joe Schobert. Does he look the same when you're watching film? Does he look like the same guy that you saw for 2 years in practicing on the games?
Yeah, he still looks the same. He's very athletic. He has very good instincts. He's fast, and he plays hard. I mean, I know from playing against him in practice and watching him play here. I mean, he's a great player.